I, Terry Tornek, Mayor of the City of Pasadena, on behalf of the Pasadena City Council, do hereby proclaim October 16 through 22 in Pasadena as Astronomy Week, and say that, at least for this week, it's the City of Stars rather than the City of Roses.
Hi, this is Jordan McDonald with Pasadena Media at the Carnegie Observatory 15th annual open house, where we got a chance to meet some of the stars of the local astronomy scene.
This was the place where the universe was discovered in 1924 by Edwin Hubble. He showed that really the universe was more than the Milky Way galaxy. It happened right here in Pasadena. More astronomy happens here in Pasadena every day than anywhere else in the world.
I wanted to support the Carnegie Observatories. I love what they're doing. I love their science. I love what they've done up at Mount Wilson, and it's a fun day and a chance to hear from the astronomers and learn more about space and science and astronomy. And I love going into the library and seeing all of the history and knowing that Einstein was here and Hubble studied here, and everything that's been done. The science has been amazing that's been done here at the observatories.
I always say we're Pasadena's best kept secret. We've been here since, as I said, 1904, and everybody of course knows Caltech and JPL, which are great organizations. They don't really know us. We were here before. In fact, George Hale had a role in founding Caltech when he was here at Carnegie. And so we'd like the Pasadena folks to know that we're here and that so much history has happened here at Carnegie, and that we are still doing cutting-edge astronomy right here in Pasadena.
This is an open public night, which happens very rarely, maybe once a year, where the general public are invited to come and look through the 60-inch telescope. It's historic. It's been here for well over 100 years.
We're about a mile above sea level. I think it's 5,700 feet technically above sea level. And this is where the Mount Wilson Observatory is. It was established in 1904 with money from Andrew Carnegie. It was essentially founded, it was the brainchild of George Ellery Hale, who wanted to build a large observatory to study both the universe, the night sky, and the sun. He was a solar astronomer.
Here at Mount Wilson Observatory, we discovered the Milky Way galaxy, certainly mapped out its size and shape for the very first time, discovered galaxies, which were then called extragalactic stellar systems, discovered that the universe was doing something, namely expanding, discovered that there were different kinds of populations of stars, and discovered the fundamental physics of the sun. So basically all of modern astrophysics, solar physics, and astronomy either started here or was fixed here.
Some of the biggest discoveries in astronomy were made here by people standing here in the middle of the night looking through these historic telescopes. And when you're in there inside the domes, under the telescopes, you can feel, it's almost like the echo of those people trying to learn about the universe.
I've always been interested in what we can't see with the naked eye, what lies out there, and the way it makes you feel when you look at something that's hundreds of thousands of light years away. It's an invisible universe.
Seeing some of the old cabinetry that apparently Dr. Hubble used, and walking up to see the operator station and checking out the equipment was very interesting.
So much metal and steel and so much history in the observatory, and you can feel it when you walk into the telescopes. The domes, when it rotates, it's just like this massive piece of steel, this incredible.
Everyone should come up here to Mount Wilson Observatory, reserve an opportunity to look through our telescopes, tour the grounds, and discover the world's perhaps second most important observatory if we give Galileo credit for being first.
Space rocks.
We're celebrating the City of Astronomy Week. Pasadena has declared itself the City of Astronomy because we have 10 institutes that are doing lots of great work in astronomy.
Well, astronomy tackles very fundamental questions. You lie in your bed at night time and you think, where has all of this come from? How come the universe is what we see around us today? You know, astronomy is answering these they're very basic but huge questions.
We have a bunch of different exhibits set up, like the telescopes here, teaching people how they work. I think it makes a big difference to actually have a physical thing here where we can show them how it works and they can look into it and say, oh, there's a mirror, I can see myself, instead of just sort of explaining abstractly how a telescope works. Pasadena has sort of one of the highest densities of astronomy research institutions. We have Caltech, we have Carnegie Observatories, JPL. About time that all these places came together to run an outreach event.
The LIGO, which stands for Laser Interferometer Gravitational Observatory, is mainly managed by Caltech and MIT. Instead of using light or radio waves, which is something that we have used for centuries to study the universe, we are looking at what happens with gravity itself. So gravitational waves are ripples in space and time, and the way we measure this kind of change the distance is using laser interferometry, which is the most accurate technology we know today to measure this kind of displacements.
We're displaying bits of information and photographs and artifacts associated with the giant Magellan telescope, which we're building down in the Chilean Andes. So it'll be able to basically contribute to all fields of astronomy. We'll be able to observe the very deepest objects in the universe, exoplanets. In fact, we're specifically designed to be able to characterize the atmospheres of exoplanets. We'll be characterizing stars, we'll be characterizing dark energy and dark matter to help reveal what these mysterious forms of energy are in the universe.
NASA's three main questions are, where do we come from, how do we get here, and are we alone? So we're kind of working on the are we alone question. And so to get there, we need to find planets where life could exist. Our group looks outside the solar system. We're looking for planets that are the right size, at the right distance from their star, and then we're designing telescopes to look for habitability, looking for signs of life. They say that looking for exoplanets is like looking for a firefly next to a searchlight, except the searchlight's on the East Coast, and we're out here in Pasadena. To find the Earths in close, in the Goldilocks zone, we're going to need to go to space. Part of the science is the wonder about what life could be like on those planets. And Pasadena has really put the city, it's the city in itself on the map for astronomy. I think we're celebrating what people can do from this planet to explore the universe. And that's just a really wonderful part of Pasadena.